Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very welcome. And I trust you enjoyed my last video on a very influential band from the 60s and 70s, The Kinks. Very instrumental indeed. And through this song, You Really Got Me, we looked at what it means to be got by someone and to get someone. So I trust you found that one encouraging. We're going from there to 1962 in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. This guy was the youngest at 5. His performing career started at the age of 11 when he sang the song Ben, originally released by Michael Jackson, for Tom Jones. He would then go on to record some songs with Paul Anka and actually represent Canada at the World Popular Song Contest in Tokyo. Being a little bit frustrated about his, because he pretty well had decided that he wanted to do music, because he has got a very good, amazing voice, this guy, and a very good songwriter as well. The guy we're talking about is Corey Hart. Now, Corey reached out to some of the backing musos from Billy Joel's band to do some demo songs for this guy, and they said, yeah, why not, let's do that. And because of that, he was signed to Aquarius Records at the age of 20. But it had been quite a frustrating time for Corey leading up to that point, because he was really looking and he wasn't having much luck. But Aquarius Records would come along at the age of 20 and sign him up. 1982, the album First Offense was released. This is an absolutely massive album for Corey Hart and for Aquarius Records. I Wear My Sunglasses at Night would be a song that would catapult Corey into superstardom all around the world, including the US Billboard Top 10. In fact, the album First Offense would actually get to gold in the US and 4 times platinum in Canada. We've got official and live clip of this one below. Now, this is a very well-known song if you're particularly around in the 80s, and you might even recognize it if you were around a little bit later. But this song's all about, it would seem, hiding from the world and a sense of mystery. This song is in a minor key. It is a bit of melancholiness to it. Minor kind of gives you that sense of foreboding and a sense of what's going to happen next. And so Corey Hart would, I think, just wanted to hold back a little bit from the world as far as, who is this guy? Let's just see what he has got to offer now. There's nothing wrong with his singing voice and his songwriting. Very clever indeed. But there's just something quite mysterious about this song, a little bit of holding back about this song. The official clip's pretty compelling too, about kind of a bit of a police state type of deal going on there too. Very mysterious song for Corey Hart indeed, but it didn't matter. This song was absolutely massive for him. In 1985, he released the album Boy in the Box. And this particular album, and the song Never Surrender, and I do remember when this song came out, I really love this song in many ways. The production of it is absolutely amazing. It really shows off Corey Hart's voice as well. It shows off his songwriting ability. And we've got an official and live version of this one below. The single 9 weeks #1 in Canada and got to #3 in the US Billboard charts. Just look at the passion that's in this singing. Never Surrender, it would seem it's all about somebody moving out and actually wanting to find their own way in the world. But you know what though, certainly at the start, there's a honeymoon period, isn't there? And that is, hey look, I'm out in the world, I'm going to give them my best shot and do everything that I can really do. Then reality hits and you think, right, I'm not as sure as I was when I first moved out of home. And I think this is the thing about decisions that we make, isn't it? We make a decision at the start thinking we've got the guts to carry it through. But when the world comes crashing down on us or it closes in on us a little bit, it really challenges that resolve. And what Corey Hart would actually be saying is, hey, never surrender. Because those moments are going to come. They're going to come when they're out on our own. A couple of the lines, if your past won't lead you home, walk away. No one can take away your right to fight. You can see the light. Get things done when you're lost on your own. Sometimes we need to be lost, I think. Not in the sense of like completely lost, but this concept of, well, you know, if we're lost, we need to find our way out of this time of being lost, don't we? And the Never Surrender comes in and says, hey, if you're lost and on your own, never surrender. Never, ever surrender. Because we need a fair bit of grit, and we need a fair bit of resolve when we are walking out on our own and trying to find our own way in the world. We need that concept, that passion of never surrendering, because it is going to get tough, it's going to get hard, but it's worth it. It really, really is worth it. I think Corey Hart, certainly leading up to his record deal, certainly experienced that, this and that is, hey, you know what, this is frustrating. It really, really is. But I love music. I love songwriting, and I want to do this thing. So I'm going to never surrender. So this song's very much a song of victory, not just for Corey Hart, but for people out in the real world who are making a bit of a go of it on their own. And it's a bit of a thing of, hey, what can get us through? Well, never surrendering will actually do that. So we've got official and live version of that one below. I've also got, as an extra bonus, I've got an acoustic version, Corey at the piano singing Never Surrender and Sunglasses at Night. Just look at the absolute privilege it is to watch a performance like this one. This one's actually at the Juno Awards. I think it might have been given a Walk of Hall of Fame award for this particular night. But it's an absolute privilege to actually be able to experience the power of Corey Hart singing two of the songs that have made him a household name. So we've got acoustic version of the two songs together. 1984, 1985, he would actually tour North America and Japan just to capitalise on the albums he'd released. In 1986, he would actually release the album Fools of Fire. And he would actually do a cover of Can't Help Falling in Love with You. This is a classic from Elvis Presley. Official clip got to #1. So there we go. And he would then embark on a world tour, including sold-out concerts in Japan. But because he had been, pretty well at the forefront of performing from 1982 onwards, he had a bit of a rest at that point. But he will come back to 1988 with the album Young Man Running, and In Your Soul actually got to top 40 in the US and #2 in Canada. We got the official clip of this one below. And a bit of critics have said that there's a bit of a maturing of his lyrics. It's not so much the angst of his earlier lyrics, even though those lyrics are great. There's a bit more maturing in his songwriting in this particular song. So In Your Soul, Corey Hart continues to delve into the depths of what it means to be a human being. And In Your Soul is no exception of that. In 2016, he got a star on the Canada Walk of Fame. And in 2019, Canadian Music Hall of Fame induction. Well and truly deserved. Between 1983 and 2019, 10 studio albums, 8 compilation albums, 45 singles, 1 video album, 31 music videos, estimated to have sold around 16 million albums. So well and truly has contributed to this collaborative thing of this thing called music. So it's good to be able to pay tribute to this guy today. So the links to those 6 clips from the description below, and I've also included my last video from the Kinks, so if you want to recap on them, feel free. Well, if this is your first time to Life Reflection Through Music, or you've come back for another one, how great to see everybody here. Well, that's it for today. Next time we're going to get on to I'd Never Been to Me by Charlene. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.